Personally, I think Chinese foldable technology has reached a very impressive point. Most users probably don't need to worry too much about screen lifespan anymore, especially with manufacturers performing extensive folding tests. Still concerned? Independent lab tests or creator-led folding tests can give you more evidence. From my side, I can only share what I've experienced during actual use. I also kept the built-in dynamic wallpaper because I liked it. Then I discovered something surprisingly clever. The wallpaper reacts to the angle of the inner display. As you unfold the phone, the visuals change. It's a small feature, but it makes the experience feel more polished. Now let's talk cameras. The Magic V6 has a 50-megapixel main camera, an ultra-wide camera, and a 64-megapixel periscope telephoto camera. When taking photos, the outer display offers basic previews plus cartoon-style animations. These can help grab the attention of kids or pets. For pet photos especially, I found this genuinely useful. There's also an inspiration feature. Turn it on and the phone can recognize the scene and generate reference images directly on the outer display. And this could be a lifesaver if you never know how to pose. Instead of standing there thinking, "What do I do?" just follow the reference image. Now let's see what the Magic V6 can really do with its cameras, because this is where foldables often make compromises. Looking at my photos, the colors are close to what I see in real life. The main and ultra-wide cameras are fairly consistent and both perform well, especially with pets. Occasionally though, I noticed a slight processing delay. The 2x crop is also very usable with plenty of detail, and the minimum focusing distance is impressively close. The high-resolution telephoto works well outdoors, but close-ups are where it really shines. Fine details look excellent, and animal close-ups can almost look professionally shot. Portraits have improved too. Eyelashes remain detailed, beauty processing stays natural, and the bokeh does an impressive job separating individual hairs. Overall, the cameras changed my usual view that foldables have to sacrifice photography quality. There's also AI color tracking for editing. You can save a color style from an online image and apply it to your own photos, or just let AI handle the correction with one tap. You also get multiple watermark styles, including film, color tracking, minimalist, and holiday designs. For video, the phone supports up to 4K 60 FPS. There's automatic FPS too. Enable white balance lock and colors stay consistent instead of suddenly shifting while recording. For everyday video, the results are quite good with impressive overall clarity. But then performance surprised me. The Magic V6 uses the 5th generation Snapdragon 8 Premium Edition, so Honor clearly didn't want the foldable design to mean weaker performance. I mainly play games like Honor of Kings at the highest settings. Even then, the phone stays relatively cool with no noticeable lag. The experience is very smooth. The only downside, gaming on the outer screen doesn't feel quite as comfortable as a normal phone. The grip is simply different. But open up that large display and the experience becomes genuinely enjoyable. You can watch a video while reading TikTok, Weibo, or Xiaohongshu comments at the same time. Sadly, Bilibili still doesn't support this layout and keeps the traditional interface. Weibo also has a small issue. When comments are hidden, the content stays heavily weighted to the left, which feels less balanced over time. Still, the extra screen space is the real advantage. Checking stocks or getting work done is much easier on the larger display. There's also a clever multitasking feature. Switch between two apps a few times and the phone quickly suggests split screen mode. That means you can keep watching a video while chatting without constantly jumping between apps. Another interesting feature is anti-crash screen protection. If someone looks over your shoulder, the phone can warn you and automatically blur the screen. You can choose which apps or content to protect. I tested it and it's surprisingly sensitive. Even someone looking from the side can trigger the warning. And ecosystem compatibility isn't really an issue. With Android, enable file sharing and you can transfer photos directly. With Apple devices, Honor's interconnection app supports tap to share. Connecting to a Mac is also simple. Install Honor Super Workbench, then use Tap to Share. And honestly, it works surprisingly well. I tested tapping the device and screen, and transfers were smooth and fast. So even if you're deeply invested in Apple's ecosystem, there's no major reason to worry. You even get an animation when connecting AirPods, plus customizable basic controls. Now, the biggest weakness I found, the speakers. That's probably the one area where the Magic V6 falls a little short. Other than that, I've been very happy. The design, in-hand feel, and everyday experience have all been excellent. After 2 weeks as my main phone, I can confidently say this: the Magic V6 can genuinely replace your primary smartphone. So if you're considering a foldable, the Honor Magic V6 is absolutely worth a closer look. I think you'll be impressed by what it offers. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.